we just unpacked our Kufa mini trail camera. It's a 20 megapixel camera. It has the picture quality at 720 or 1080. Really cool. You can see we're gonna put this outside and see what kind of animals cross our path, but here's what's included. So we emptied the box, and in the box we got our camera. There's the whole setup for the tripod. It comes with a USB cord, and then here's a strap where you can actually use it to mount it on a tree or something. We've already put the batteries inside. It came with the 4 batteries, and then it also comes with the SD card. Here's some of the little things that we're going to go over. It's got the USB port, it's got the on, test, and off switch, and then it's got the DC power inlet. Now, it does not come with the DC power cord, but if you have one or if you get one, it's a 6 volt and it will work on the camera. So I'm going to turn this onto the test mode, and it actually has a video screen here, and you're able to view the settings and the camera mode, so we'll go over all those. All right, so the back of the camera, here's where you're going to go ahead and run the straps through. So like I said, if you wanted to go ahead and mount it to a tree or something. And the tripod, you can actually, you can see that it will screw in right here. So if you wanted to mount it from a hanging position, then you would go ahead and just do it that way. And I guess it could probably even, if you wanted it this way, you could just have it standing somewhere, which doesn't really make it very secure. So let's go ahead and look back in the inside. And then going back down here to the bottom again, the SD card is a 32 gigabyte SD card. And then right here where it's got the USB port, you can go ahead and connect that to your computer. So then you can just be able to view, rather than pulling the SD card, you can view it and delete from your computer. So that's very cool. And then looking at the menu, there is a manual that comes with this, and it's got kind of an overview here of all the different settings, which if you're doing this for the first time, you're not really sure what you want, then it's really kind of confusing. But let's go quickly through the ones that I think are important. So I'm in test mode. Turn that on, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit this menu button. They're kind of hard to see, but this is the menu button right here. I have it in camera mode. You can kind of decide what mode you want it in. So let's say I want it in camera mode. I'm going to hit OK, and that's going to take me to either the photo, the video, or the photo and video. I want it under the video, so I'm just going to leave it. Then you can kind of go through some of these use the down arrow and go through some of these other settings, which until you've played around with it, it's kind of your own preference, and you might want to look at those. Decide whether you want the flashlight on. That was important to me, and so I left it on high. Hit OK when you've decided. If you want it on low, you use the down arrow, up arrow, and then just OK when you've made your selection. The capture number, how many pictures you want, the video length, you can decide on that. A video size, we just went with the 720. Language, I left it in English. Setting the clock was important, so I went ahead and hit OK. And then this lets you set the month, going up and down, leaving it on the month, and then it's military time. So to go to the next one, so that's on the month, you just hit OK, and that will take you to the day. OK, take you to the year, and then so on. Okay, and then hit menu to exit. Okay, so then timestamp, if you want your timestamp on, you can go ahead and turn that to on. Ours is off. Photo size, software, I didn't really know. I left a lot of these settings just as they were. For the audio recording, I haven't tested this yet, so I don't know that it has an audio. It says it does, so I turned the audio on. It's going to be outside, and so that might be turned off after a while. But anyways, moving on. Time lapse, I just kind of left those off for now. And the formatting, I just kind of left them off. The date format did matter to me, so went ahead and clicked on that, and I wanted under month, day, and year. So that's the one I chose. If you prefer one of the other ones, again, you can go down or go back up and hit OK. And I believe that was the last of it. Temperature, if you live in a place where you've got Fahrenheit or Celsius, I don't know why that would matter, but I'm leaving mine on Fahrenheit, okay? And so then just exit by hitting the menu. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. And I'm going to go ahead and close it back up. And I don't know if I mentioned this already, but this is waterproof. So when I have it outside, right now we've got some serious rain, so I probably wouldn't put it out there, but I know that it's okay being out in the rain. So it's got a 5-foot strap. We're mounting it to this big pole that we have out in our yard. We live in the desert. So we want to get a picture of a couple of the ones that have been visiting lately. And we've put our camera right down here, and we went ahead and turned it to the on position. This is a night vision motion detector camera, so we can leave it out here all night long, and whatever animal happens to cross the path, then it would capture that video. Maybe if we wanted something a little bit bigger, we would go ahead and raise it up, but right now we're gonna just look, we're just testing it, so we're gonna look at which animals are running across the path a little bit low here. Since we live in the desert, there's a lot of critters that are digging out here in our yard, and we're just kind of curious to see what it is. So we've got this hole here, and we went ahead and placed our camera, and we're gonna just record tonight and see what it captures. So we brought our camera in, we tested it last night. We wanted to see what kind of animals we could capture. We moved the camera around a couple times just for some different views. But anyways, we want to go ahead and look at what's on the camera. And the way you do that is you go ahead and open it back up. And then you're gonna go ahead and make sure that you've got it on test mode. One of the biggest things is to remember which modes to turn it on, turn on, off, when to do that. So it's a little bit tricky because you don't want to be taking pictures of just walking from the house to the outside, or picture of your feet. Anyways, so making sure that you turn it off when you're done, on when you need it to work, and then in test mode when you're going to be viewing. So go ahead and hit the play mode, and then that's going to show you the pictures. Now here's just a picture of our house, because one of the options is you could also set it up as a security camera. We need to play around with that option a little bit, but that's something that we can consider. And then the up and the down arrow will let you view the different pictures that you have on here, and it's a little bit hard to see them on here, a little bit hard to see since they're videos, what you actually captured and what caused the movement. So we're going to go ahead and view it on the computer, but before we view it on the computer, one of the other things I want to show you is how to delete the pictures. Now if I want to go ahead and delete from right here, I can just go to menu, and it will let me delete this one picture. I can hit OK, and it will give me the choice of one or all. I'm going to just pick that one. And then if I want to delete, I say yes or no, and I'll just exit. If I change my mind, I can just hit exit, okay, and exit again, and then just hit the play, exit again, and then that will just take me back to the videos that I can continue viewing, or if I'm done, I can just hit play. Now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and show you how to view these on the computer, so let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn it to off, close it up, and let's check it out. All right, so we're here in front of the computer. I went ahead and turned my camera back to the test mode. I've got it on. I've plugged in my USB cord, and now I'm going to go ahead and plug this into my computer. All right, now that I've got it plugged in, I'm going to go ahead and go to my folders. I can go to the USB drive, to the DCM, to the media, and then there's all the pictures that are on my camera. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the first video here. And you could do this full screen, but I want to be able to see my little screen back here. So this is what happens when you have the camera in play mode and you're walking to move it. Okay, you can use the just the little arrow here on the side, and you can advance to the next video. We originally tried to find a little animal that was digging, and what happened was we didn't quite have the camera placed in the right area or low enough, and so we'll try again tonight. You can see that there was actually some sort of movement because the camera went off, and you can see that it did light up the area. Like I said, we're out in the middle of the desert, so we never know what's going to come across our yard. Pretty often we're able to see rabbits that spend a lot of time in our yard. Oh, there he is. Okay, so his movement was captured on video, and there he goes. Okay. Now the one thing that I wanted to show you also was deleting from the camera, here's a security camera, so deleting from the camera is okay, but the easier way to delete is from here. So let's say I already viewed the first one. I know I don't want that. I can just right click on it and then I can just delete the video from there, and then yes. So that makes it really easy. Some viewers will actually, if you open it up, sometimes you can view a video and then it will give you the option of deleting the video from that screen. So I've disconnected my camera. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. Now the one thing I would say that is kind of annoying is when you're switching back and forth between off, on, test, and all those modes, once you've got your camera hooked up and you're ready to hit play, usually you've used your mounting rack or your strap and you're ready, you've got it hooked up and you're ready to go. Well, if you've got this closed up, you can't get in there, so you actually have to turn it on before you close it. So that's kind of annoying, but again, because this is waterproof, it needs to be sealed in there correctly. So yeah, this was the mini camera, the Kufa mini camera, trail camera, and I think it's a really nice little camera. There are cameras out there that are definitely more expensive and they include Wi-Fi, but we're in the desert, our Wi-Fi is not that great, and the distance that we're placing the camera from where our house is, we weren't sure that it would actually reach. So yeah, I think overall we're really happy with this camera. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.